Erev Tov Rabotai, we are continuing with our Mishna Yomi, Masechet Nazir. We are up to Perek Bet Mishna Yud. Today's Mishna Yud should be Leilun Nishmat, Neria ben Svetlana, Ranbai, Eliyahu ben Burcha, Israelov, Chana bad Miriam, and Sason ben Raya, Menuchatam began Eden, Amen. And Avdir ben Chaim lechaim v'derefua shelemav Daniel Shalom ben Rosa, Betor Shah Chole Israel. This Mishnah elaborates on the law taught in the last case of yesterday's Mishnah. Hareni Nazir l'chshiyeli ben, if someone says, I'm hereby a Nazir when I will have a son, v'Nazir me'ayom, and I'm hereby a Nazir for 100 days, meaning he accepts upon himself two terms, one if he has a son, and the other a regular term of Nazirut that will last for 100 days, and he begins counting his own term. Nolad lo ben ad shivim, if a son is born to him at any time up to 70 days into his own term, lo yifsid klum, he loses nothing, meaning after he completes his son's Nazirut and resumes his own, he observes only the remaining days of his own Nazirut. As we learned in the previous Mishnah, if a person declares his son's Nazirut before his own, and he has a son while observing his own Nazirut, he sets aside his Nazirut and observes his son's. After completing his son's Nazirut, he returns to complete his own. Now, since he has 30 days or more left, he concludes his term without observing extra days to Nazirut. Since his term is 100 days, and the son was born within the first 70 days, there are at least 30 days left to his term. Therefore, although he shaves his head at the end of his son's term, he does not have to wait extra days before shaving for his own concluding ritual, since he will already have a 30-day growth of hair. Lachar shivim, however, if his son is born after 70 days into his term, soter shivim, he forfeits back to 70, meaning the days after 70 are not counted, so that when he starts counting his own term again, after completing his son's, he must count a full 30 days. Shen tiglachat pachod mishloshim yom. This is because there is no head shaving for the concluding ritual with the growth of less than 30 days, and this is based on a biblical source, as the Rav explains in chapter 6, Mishnah 5. Since we learned in the previous Mishnah that he must shave at the conclusion of his son's term, he must observe another 30 days in the Nazirut before he can shave and conclude his own term, because again we said there is no head shaving for the concluding ritual with a growth of less than 30 days. That is then of Perek Bet Mishnah Yud. We continue now with Perek Gimel Mishnah Aleph. After the completion of a term of Nazirut, the Nazir shaves his head and brings 3 offerings. As we will see B'ezrat Hashem in chapter 6, Mishnah 7, the Mishnah teaches here on which day this ritual may be performed. Mishamar in Nazir, someone who said, I'm hereby Nazir, without saying how long his Nazirut should last, observes 30 full days of Nazirut, as we learned in chapter 1, Mishnah 3. Someone who accepts an unspecified Nazirut must observe a standard 30-day term, what we call Stam Nazirut Shloshim Yom. Megalech Yom 31, and he shaves his head, meaning he performs the concluding rituals. Like we said earlier, whenever the Mishnah mentions shaving, it refers to the entire concluding procedure, shaving and bringing the 3 Nazir offerings. So again, he shaves his head, meaning he performs the concluding rituals on the 31st day. He must count 30 full days before completing his Nazirut term. V'im gilach liyom 30 yatsa, but if he shaved his head on the 30th day, he has also fulfilled his obligation, because observing his Nazirut for even part of the 30th day counts as if he observed it for the entire day. Although the Nazir is obligated ideally to observe 30 full days, as long as he kept part of the 30th days of Nazir, it is considered as if he kept that entire day, and therefore 30 complete days, because of the rule that part of a day is considered like an entire day. Miktsat yom kekulo. Now this rule applies only to the 30th day, not to any of the middle days. Now, the law is different if he spelled out how long his Nazirut should last. Hareni Nazir 30 yom. However, someone who said, I'm hereby a Nazir for 30 days, specifying that his Nazirut should last for 30 days, Im gilach liyom 30 lo yatsa, if he shaved on the 30th day, he has not fulfilled his obligation, and he must therefore count 30 more days of Nazirut, after which he shaves his head again and brings the offering. Saying that the Nazirut should last for 30 days is the same as saying that it should last 30 full days. In this case, the rule that part of a day is considered like an entire day does not apply, for we say that he meant until the end of 30 days. Therefore, even if the Nazir observed part of the 30th day as a Nazir, it does not count as if he observed the entire day. Therefore, until the 30th day is over, his Nazirut is not complete. And that is an Abu Taib Tari's Mishna Yomi. Baruch Adonai Leolam. Amen v'amen.